Welcome to Canada Unbox. Today we are looking at the most basic steam mop out there, the Shark steam mop. Now this gets branded a little bit differently depending on where you buy it. The model is officially called the S1000. Depending on where you buy it, the number at the bottom will be a little bit different. It'll either be the S1000C or WM, but the last characters will change a little bit. Really, it's a color thing, nothing to worry about. Anything with 1000 in there is going to be this model here. So what is this? It's just a steam mop. It's a no frills, no pump steam mop. You plug it in, you put water in it, you put the pad in the bottom, and you clean your floors with it. It's designed for laminate that's sealed, as well as tile or anything else that is really not carpet. Flat, smooth, anything you apply water to. Again, I say laminate that's sealed because modern laminate is. Old wood, old laminate is not necessarily. You don't want to put hot steam on that, you'll damage and warp it. So double check. If you're unsure, don't do it until you are sure. Or test under a chair if you're willing to damage your hardwood floor. This is the steam up. It's really simple. It comes in 3 pieces. This handle comes separately, this comes separately, and the base comes separately. And it all fits into this box. When you get it, you just push them together. There's an indicator on it in terms of this way's forward, and this way's forward. Just push them in together and you're done. That's the entire setup process. Now in terms of actually using it, like I mentioned there, you're going to fill up this tub with water. Okay? This tub comes out very easily. You just pull, and it looks like a little runner's water bottle, and it slides in and you'll hear a click. At that point, you'll plug it in and put it on the floor. The bottom of the steam mop here, you have a Velcro cloth that you'll attach it on. It's washable. It's quite dirty because I've done this, used it a few times here, and I have not yet washed it. And the steam will go right through the cloth and onto the floor. Now there's no motor in here, which usually is what you use to, or pump I guess, to get the steam out. The reason why it's so cheap, or cheaper, is because you're pumping the water yourself. And this is the cool part about it. I'm going to have to undo this to show you. When I say cool, I mean it is interesting. It's not revolutionary or anything along those lines, but it is interesting. So here's how it works. When you sweep forward, you push. When you pull back, you're pulling on this. This will lift. And watch here carefully. See that? It lifts up. That sucks the water in. When you push forward again, it pushes water out. In, out, in, out, in, out. You're the pump. So every time you move it forward and backwards, you're pumping the water. If you're in a spot that's difficult or there's a stain on it and you want to get out, you can hold it still and just go up, down, up, down, up, down, and up, down until you see enough steam coming out and the dirt or the stain is removed. That's really it. You plug it in, it takes a few minutes to heat up, you pump it, you'll hear the steam, you see the steam, you know it's good to go. Cable's decently long. It's similar length to any standard vacuum cleaner or mop. By no means is it limited by its length. It's pretty small. It's about 3.5 feet high maybe. It's not too large. It's small, the same size as a Swiffer, I'd say. And for a basic steam mop, it's fine. If you're looking for anything more advanced, you don't want to do pumping, anything like that, yeah, you can go up levels in the price. For simply like a one-room situation, this will do you fine. I'll show you what it looks like in action. Okay, so I plugged in not too long ago here. I just cleaned the floor so I don't have a stain to show you, so I put some coffee grinds on the floor. And let's see if I can make it a little bit dirty. I might not be able to. I just have to do something else here. It's a lot of cocoa powder. And way too much for this demonstration, but it's already done now, so. So there's a pretty solid mess there. So like I mentioned, you're going to plug it in. You're going to want to make sure that the water tank is filled. There's no line on here, but again, always make sure it's filled up. Now, because this is steam mop, like anything else that is boiling water, it does recommend that you use special water. Look at the instructions for that. That being said, I don't think anyone is going to actually do that. So if you do need to maintain it, you can do a decalcification tab at the end if you need to. So light turns on, heats it up, it pumps up and down, and you can see the steam coming out there. So I'll do this first sweep at this. I'll get the steam going a little bit. So there's the steam. As you can see there, it does look like I am spreading the stain a little bit. I probably could have done a better job. Oh, there it is right there. At wiping it originally, because that was a lot of stain. But you'll see that nothing really is stuck to the floor there. And there it is. So, not too bad at all. Now, the bottom of this mop is going to be disgusting, and I'll have to wash it. But, other than that, did a great job there. There's the bottom of the mop. Look how disgusting that is. So that needs a good wash, but the floor looks good. And you can actually, despite what I thought, it actually got it all up in the end. So, that looks good. And, yeah, like I mentioned there, basic mop. It works well on essential floors. If you need anything more advanced, you certainly get that, but for a small place, it's perfect. So like you saw there, it did a decent job picking that up. Now again, I was a little exaggerated there with the stain size. Normally if you had that stain, you'd probably be getting paper towel first and wiping it. And it did take a while for it to clean up and pick up the dirt into the pad and actually make it abrasive. But it did do it after, and I was actually impressed with how well it picked it up and the volume of it, because there was a lot of cocoa powder and water on the floor there. Again, it is really a basic mop. There's no pump, it's all hand done, so good for a small place. You don't want to be pumping the hand manually for a long amount of time, so again, good for small floors. It would do the exact same thing on anything that's sealed. So any sealed hardwood or sealed laminate, again, totally safe to use. Just make sure it's sealed. If it's not sealed, I wouldn't risk it until you know 100%. If you have any of the original flooring, you can usually look at it to tell if it's sealed. The box would also indicate if it's sealed or not. Overall, I'm happy with it. I like it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Always happy to help out. Thanks for watching.